Welcome back, fellow jazz bums. Today, we are finally reviewing the long-awaited and talk about Hackensack West, the latest release by the great jazz guitarist Anthony Wilson, produced by Joe Harley, recorded and released by Kevin Gray for his own label, CoHEARent Audio. First, hit the like and subscribe button. We really appreciate it. So the wait is finally over. Hackensack West has finally been released and is available. It's available now through many online and physical stores. The main distributor, exclusive, is Mike at the Ingroove from Phoenix, Arizona, but it's available in any store that orders. If you want to have an in-depth view of the production, recording, and composition, please check the interview we had with the whole team back in October, where they share all the details. Plus, the earlier interview we had with Kevin, how he set up the whole studio and the recording process, all the machinery, all the equipment involved. How was this record made, right? Do you know what Verdesse is? Few people are familiar with it. Anthony Wilson knows it. Anthony Wilson knows music as much as he knows his wine. The son of Gerald Wilson, Anthony grew up in a musical family, and he was exposed not only to jazz, but to various styles. His career shows it. He recorded with no-nets, trios, electric, vocal, and culminating with last year's Collodion, a beautiful exercise in experimentation, electronics, and real-time creation at Pitman Studio in LA. Hackensack West was recorded in 2023. It has Wilson playing along all type partners, Gerald and John Clayton piano and bass, Jeff Hamilton drums, and it was produced by his longtime partner, film friend Joe Harley. It was recorded again at CoHEARent Studios, where Kevin Gray designed and built this entire tube-based all-analog studio, as close as possible in size and concept to Rudy Van Gelder legendary Hackensack, hence the name of the record. Only one microphone per instrument was used. It recorded direct to 2-track tape and then mastered to lacquer. It was pressed at RTI in a final great package with beautiful photographic work and high-quality jacket. Yes, this is an awesome audiophile record. It comes in a very nice gatefold, no defect whatsoever. Everything looks really cool. Here's the band. It's Anthony, John, Jeff, and Gerald. Beautiful black and white photography. Anthony himself, he is a photographer. So it makes sense. The whole artwork came really, really beautiful. Now the music. It was recorded in only 3 days, between June 19 and 21st of last year. They rehearsed for 1 day and recorded for 2 days. That's they explain in more detail in our original interview. It contains 5 originals by Wilson, reflecting many of his inspirations. In the process, he organized himself to write 1 song a day, following inspiration by the great Hermeto Pascoal, Brazilian music multi-instrumentalist, improviser. In one of his books, he tells the process where he forces himself to write and sit 1 song per day. And Anthony talks about this book as well. There are references to photographer Daido Moriyama in the song Daido, Todd Rundgren's Marlene, the only non-original song in the record, or his love for wine, delivered as a Brazilian choro in a song called Verdesse. In the Lands, a delicate tribute to the family of Harold Land. Anthony's first gigs, they were playing guitar with Harold's band, with Oscar Bashir and Billy Higgins, among others. First and foremost, the overall atmosphere reflects not only the actual proximity in the studio, but their proximity as friends and musicians that have known each other for many years. Absolute joy, technique, and most important, a piece of work that sounds as spontaneous as much as it sounds tight. Some of the best musicians in the world, they're playing their own respective instruments, delivering modern sounds with a vintage feel. That's how I felt it. Anthony is no stranger to recording in a studio with microphones, as he said earlier. He worked in the past in this closed studio environment also. So the tracks. The record has 6 tracks, side 1, 3 per side. Side 1 has Daido or Daido, Verdesse or Verdesse, Sunday, The Lands, Marlene, and Hackensack West. A quick breakdown here. Daido opens the record. Daido is inspired as a tribute to Daido Moriyama, a Japanese photographer. And the work by Daido that Anthony refers here is a beautiful set of street photography, urban landscapes, but very blurred, very vivid. It's a black and white work. So the song starts with a very nice, mellow, repetitive type of melody, kind of an Asian vibe to me. Transports the listen to those blurred, it's almost dreamy, but at the same time so real and clear scenarios. Then it goes to the next song, Verdesse. Verdesse is a type of grape from France, of course, but it's played in a Brazilian style. To me, it feels like a trip through French vines with a Brazilian soundtrack playing in your car. It's very fresh, uplifting. The melody is a typical Brazilian style called choro, which is derived from samba, but it's technically very challenging. They play in small groups from 5 to 6 people, sometimes 4, with very particular instruments. They're very hard to execute songs, very technical, and they nail it. It feels very joyful, uplifting, colorful. Sounds like a trip through those grapes and vines. On Sunday, closing side A, Anthony mentions in the liner notes, it's all about relaxing a Sunday. Yeah, it's an embrace, being close to someone that you like. It's that rest, staying in bed, not doing much, but feeling rested, very relaxed. Has a very catchy brushwork, very, very slow, mellow, and beautiful bass solos. John Clayton here makes really beautiful bass solo towards the end of the song. It's very involving, embracing. It's a beautiful closing to side A. When moving to side B, we go to Lance. Lance, as I mentioned, is a tribute, very brilliant, energetic to the Lance, a family that was so close to Anthony's family and his life. Jeff Hamilton here delivers such a precise drum solo, highlighting the energy, the passion that's transmitted overall in the song. It's a highlight in the song's Jeff's solo for sure. Very, very inspiring. Beautiful, beautiful. Next we have Marlene, which is a classic track by Todd Rundgren with a very recognizable melody. Here it's played in such a way that one can help but sing along. You can sing the words, you can hear it go along. But then there's a gap. They start improvising there halfway through, but the execution makes it feel like it was really originally part of the song. It's brilliant. And then they go back to the original theme. It just sounds like it has always been like that. And you can keep just like whistling or singing along. It's beautiful, beautiful rendition. Marlene is a track that Anthony is a big fan of, and it really shows through. I think he picked the right non-original song to put there in this group of songs here. Last, the record ends with Hackensack West. Hackensack West, of course, is the name of the record, the name of the studio. Transmits, it has a spirit of joy. It's a college of many references to the old days, the bebop, the great days of the original Hackensack, all those great records and great musicians. And all those citations, they fall into place perfectly. Anthony says there's a lot of citations there, but nothing is very specific. But the way everything is put together, it sounds a very cohesive track. You don't feel like nothing's out of place there. Although the musicians deliver very nice solos. And I think, despite being Anthony's record, I think Gerald plays a really, really important counterpoint here. Their melodies where they play together, almost like it's such a nice exchange of notes and melodies between guitar and piano throughout the whole record. It's quite remarkable. It is a very well executed, has a great taste overall. So overall, this is a record, of course, with impeccable sonics, but most important, a music that bridges the past and the new, but to me with its own voice. You might hear echoes of the past, but with a whole new clothing. I truly believe that Anthony, Jeff, Gerald, and John, they made a real Verdesse wine, like a real Savoy wine. The music is very vigorous as it's vines with soft and rich tones, is strong, but with a very delicate hints there, to be enjoyed for many years to come. Technically, not much to say about the execution of the work. My record came perfectly flat. They kept doing the same type of label from the first release. No creases, seam splits. I love the kind of matte finish to the cover. It's not too shiny. It's not like a fingerprint magnet. It's just impeccable package, impeccable music. I truly hope this is just the beginning. More and more great releases are going to come from this label, from this work, and just very excited to see all the possibilities there. Who knows what's more to come, right? So thank you for watching. Please leave your comments if you already got the record, what you're expecting from the record. I think it's a really worth getting. I've really enjoyed listening to this record. I've been listening over and over, and every time I hear, I just hear something new in each and every solo, how delicate and smooth and beautiful things are here. It's a beautiful piece of work, and I think reflects the great musicianship from all band members, and Anthony's perception of all his influences, his work as a photographer as well. I think he adds the songs. Sometimes you can see the songs, if you know what I mean. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next.